Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? It's Big P here, the voice of hardcore boxing, or should we say, the biggest gob in sport. Uh, B samples. What's the answer? Well, this is how I look at it with this B sample carry on. Dylan White, 3.5 years ago, right? For Oscar Rivers, knowing that he's failed the dope test. Where the B sample is, we don't know. We're still waiting 3.5 years later. Let's back up 6 months ago. Zolano Tete beat Jason Cunningham, didn't he? By knockout. He failed the dope test. Where's his B sample? And Conor Benn's. Well, 5.5 months we're into Conor Benn's now since his first drug test failure. He was left in camp, Conor Benn. He failed again 6 weeks later. Or 36 days later, is it? 5 week, 1 day later, he failed again, Conor Benn. Still no B samples from both. Why is this? Why is it so easy to come and drug test somebody, give him a urine sample, you pee in a cup, they pour it in 2 tubes, they test one, and then others parked up until it's needed? Why not just send for it and have it tested in front of you? Why are these B samples not being tested? Because they're going running to the lawyers and then they're trying to muddy waters. It's wrong what's going on, but what I'm not hearing is I'm not hearing anything from Rivers' team. Now, they've just lost in a big fight with Dylan White. I mean, obviously, it was 3.5 years ago, but Oscar Rivers' team have lost, and it's come out about this drugs carry on. Was step aside money paid to him? Well, they hushed up. Well, we've not heard note from Rivers' team, but yeah, he's lost an undefeated guy like that, losing in a big fight like that in UK. And Dylan White had failed the dope test, and notes being said. What is all that about? I don't get that. Why were Calla Sowland running around with Eubank saying we still want the fight and all that? And the fight, we still want it to go ahead, and I've got a contract to supply that fight to my fighter and all that. Why weren't Calla Sowland shouting and screaming he were going to sue and this and that? Because they all want the cut, don't they? Steffi Bull, he's not setting about anybody on social media. He's got plenty to say about everybody else's business, but what about his business? He's in the Jason Cunningham business, isn't he, Steffi Bull? Why ain't he making some big noises against whose show it was? A Bricktop show, wasn't it? Now, did Bricktop know or didn't he know? We're not going to get to know. He's not going to say he knew, is he? But are we going to have repercussions? Is this going to get took to a no contest like the Oscar Rivers one should really be? If they can do it for torn gloves or ring collapsing, surely they can do it for drug tests. I mean, that's craziness what's going on. But Chris Eubank Jr., he wanted to fight, didn't he? Probably because he knew how easy it were, but leaves a bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it, though, when Calla Sowland wanted to put the fight on. And he came on TalkSport and lied his ass off to Simon Jordan. But my argument is this. For months now, we've had Bricktop shouting, where's the B sample? Well, where's Tete's B sample? Eh? Is that going to be a mystery like the DB Cooper situation in 1971? Remember that, don't you? Hey, the guy who held the plane hostage. It's on Netflix, and it held the plane hostage, didn't he, for 200 grand and a few parachutes. Jumped out. He's never been seen since. Look, point I want to make is this. It's a whodunit, innit? This B sample carry on, innit? Why don't they just send for them? Hey, how's about that? It's only 400 quid. Get it delivered. Let's have all press there. Let's have these B samples tested. But most of all, let's have these YouTubers. Yeah, that's right. These YouTubers with access. Let's see them putting some pressure on these. Let's see the Gad, Juggies, Spencer Oliver, Pat Sheenan, Colin Hart, Bunce, Ron Lewis. Let's see all these guys. Coogan, Michelle Phelps. Let's see all these put pressure on the promoters for these shows. Sauerland, Hearn. That's for the Conor Ben Eubank one. Let's have some pressure put on them. Let's have pressure put on board who wanted Ben Eubank on. Let's have a go at the board for Dylan White Rivers. They let that go ahead, didn't they? Eh? That were an Eddie Hearn show, wasn't it? What about Bricktop's show with Tete and Cunningham? Tete's failed the dope test, hasn't he? Where's his B sample? Where's this B sample, Bricktop? See, Steffi Bull's not going to challenge Frank Warren. Too frightened, you see, being frozen out. You know, he's always going to want to work in boxing, so they're not going to say a word. Do you think Neil Marsh should have let that go? I don't think he would have done. Or Carl Greaves, they'd have been on it like Donkey Kong. Steffi needs to put his foot down and get lawyers on job and serve them. Get the lawyers on the job and get these promoters, these drug agencies, whoever is responsible, get them served and let's have it all in court. But first of all, who's giving these people these drugs? Who? Let's get them highly banned. Whoever's been taking it, let's get them a big ban and let's see what they want to say then. They might get to the bottom of this, eh? Do you know what I mean? Because if it's creeping into boxing at professional level, it'll be in amateur level or novice professional level. But like I said, where's these B samples? It's your words, Frank. Where's these B samples? I'll tell you how to do it. You get the B sample. You send for it. Well, send for it, Frank, for Tete. Get it sent for and get Jason Cunningham another slot on BT Sport. Get that belt as a no contest and get Cunningham in for belt with next guy ranked down line. You need to go back 6 months with rankings. Throw Tete out. Get some other guy on it if it will eliminate to get that guy, get somebody else in. Give Cunningham another fair crack at whip. That's what it needs. He needs another fair crack at the whip. So wants no contest in that, in my opinion. No contest. Dylan White Rivers, no contest. No contest. Failed the dope test. We want the B sample testing. Ben Eubank didn't even get over that line. They've been cheating that long. Failed 2 dope tests here, and he's telling us he's innocent. Conor Benn's innocent, or he's proved his innocence. Well, we're approaching 5.5 months here, Conor. Where's your statement? Where's your B sample and where's your statement? And please, please don't tell me that you're going to say you caught it from plating you-know-who, somebody who's been taking that medication. I can't even say words here, but they're not going to go down that route, surely saying it's been passed to him because of his missus taking medication. I can't see that, but this is what I'm hearing. So if that happens, I mean, where does that leave boxing, and what sort of respect would he be giving his missus doing that? But Hearn wouldn't be bothered, would he? Both Hearns, Daddy Hearn and Junior Hearn, they love out like this. They like pantomime, don't they? They like gossip. They like front pages as well as back pages. They'll be encouraging it, them two. So, okie dokie, anyway. That's about it, really. Let me just let you know what we've got coming up, anyway. We've got a 13-part documentary coming out on the 2nd of January, 8 p.m. Monday. So, and that's every Monday for 13 weeks. That comes out in the next few days for Welcome Estates. Also, we're going to be restructuring the channel. So, which means I have to do longer hours, I think. But we're restructuring it and we're taking it up to the next level next year. So We can only try, can't we? You know what I mean? If at first you don't succeed, try again. It's a bit like a 2-year-old when he falls over in your house, you know, and your relatives come around and they've got a little lad crawling around on the floor. They get up, don't they, 2-year-olds? Adults, when they fall over, they don't. They just sit and rue, don't they? And plead mental health, depression, and say their head's gone or they're on a downer. People need to get up in the morning, get your metabolisms going, and get your brains working instead of linked in bed all day. I'm fed up of seeing people going to shops in the pajamas, and that's just the women. Okie dokie. Sorry about my rant. But that's about it. Conor Benn, Dylan White, Zalana TETE. Where are your B samples? And is this the way forward now with drug testing? You just don't ask for a B sample, and you just, if you're rich, you can tie everybody up in knots with lawyers, and if you're poor, you've got to take a 4-year ban like Liam Cameron. What is the answer? And what's going on? And why can't these lot here, get it all together? They could put fights on in Saudi and Australia, and they can do documentaries, they can get pay-per-view, they can get streaming apps. You know, they can do all these fire things that go into air at Wembley Stadium and Tottenham's ground, these fancy entrances. They can even get Olympic medalists like Povetkin fighting in your back garden in Essex. They can even do that. But they can't make a phone call to UCAD or VADA and say, yeah, can you send it as B sample and we'll pay the 400 quid fee over the phone now and let's get this put to bed. They can't even do that, can they? But they can do all that other stuff. But they can't do that, can they? They can't just put the sport back where it belongs. They have to kick it in nuts all the time, don't they? The same old people doing the same old things, innit? Hey, that's what we've got in it. 99.9% of them are frightened to death coming on here and answering some proper questions, aren't they? We all know, don't we? We all know they're frightened to death to come on here. But I know they're watching, and I've got some surprises from next year. Oh, yeah. Some of the stuff we've got to sift through here. I have to set more staff on. Well, only one more, like, but I have to sift through everything that we get sent here, and I've got some big surprises in 2023. There's going to be some people run out the sport. Oh, yes. So get ready. Okie dokie. Peace out. Keep on trucking, keep sporting boxing. Big shout out to my mate Frank in Berry. Stay strong, Frank. Hope you're well. Booyaka!